This is how I went from basic beginner to advanced professional music content videographer and artist. And basically, I studied Hollywood. I studied the record labels. I studied what was working. And I studied all the big names. Well, not all of them, but I studied a lot of the big names that were in my niche or niche. And, you know, some of my favorites. And like Master P, for example, Nelly, for example, you know, a lot of big names, a lot of artists out of Houston, Texas. And that's what I encourage you to do. Study your favorites. Study them. Don't just watch them for entertainment purposes, but learn from them. And so basically, like I say, I wanted the best. So in order to get the best, you have to study the best. You have to compete with the best. You have to, you know, and not in a bad competition way. More like in a competition way where it pushes you to be better, you know. And also researching those big labels. I also took courses. Studying some of the big names. Some of the big names offered courses and classes. And I instead of me paying for $50,000 of college and half of those courses I wouldn't really be using for music and film, I just went and paid some of those top creators whenever they ran discounts like 90% off or 50% off or whatever it was. And so that's how I got, like, you know, like way more than $50,000 worth of information, you know, for maybe like $5,000, you know. So and I have several different teachers or professors, is what I call them, content creators, or these people that are owning or running seven-figure businesses, multi-seven-figure businesses. So like I say, man, after I started investing in better equipment, because one way to stand out above the beginners is to, like I say, compete with the professionals. So I was no longer trying to compete with another bedroom producer. I'm trying to compete with the big producers. I'm no longer trying to compete with people that are recording on their cell phones, right? I'm now competing with people that make high quality movies that sell out. You know what I'm saying? If you compete with them, then you'll blow all the other competition out the way. So that is a thing I challenge you to compete in a good way with some of your favorites. Use that competition energy as a positive competition. And you will get better with each post. You will get better with time. I studied, you know, not just music. I studied marketing. I studied, you know, the whole music industry, A to Z. You know, I have videos where I talk about that in more detail. But yeah, this is how I went from beginner to professional.